Good morning, YouTube, Facebook. It's Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning. We're in Gresham, Oregon today doing some affordable carpet cleaning. I went ahead and I staged some of our equipment up here. We are doing our three-phase clean, which involves a dry soil extraction. It includes the application of the pre-spray that we're going to be using, and it also includes the agitation with the CRB machine to pull up hair, and plus the extra agitation just helps to get that pre-spray get it into the carpet so that soil suspension is totally accelerated and working at its maximum potential as well. And then after phase 2, which is those two items, parts A and B of soil suspension, the application and the agitation, we then run our lines and hoses through the house. That's our solution line right there. There's our wand, and then it'll go out to the truck. And we will do a steam cleaning to thoroughly extract everything in the house. We also are going to be post-treating with the ULV fogger. It's actually in that box right there. So when we get to it, we'll pull that guy out, and that will just add a little bit more deodorizing in one of the rooms here. I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs. Well, first of all, we have a stairway here. Well, I'll just go ahead and walk through it. So we got a stairway here that we're going to be cleaning up. And then we have a short, little tiny hallway. And then we have two bedrooms. Master bedroom here. Pretty typical, nothing completely out of the ordinary or anything. We'll just give it a good freshen up. And then in the bedroom over here, which is actually larger than the master bedroom, you think of kind of a weird arrangement, but anyways, we do have some pet urine and stuff and odor to treat for here. So our product that we use will probably be sufficient, but again, I'm going to be super thorough, and I'm going to go ahead and post-treat it with an odor side just to give it, to kill any odors that might be lingering in the carpet. And the sodium carbonate and peroxide solution that we're using, the other night, I'm doing some commercial stuff and added a little bit of grease hog to it, and it cut through all that sun tanning lotion stuff that was dripped on the floor like a hot knife through butter. It worked really, really good. And I do have a couple gallons still made up from last night that I'm going to go ahead and use up this morning in this unit here. So I have a feeling it's going to get very excellent results. And yeah, if you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment space below, and I will address those to the best of my knowledge. Okay, phase 1 with the dry soil removal is completed. We went over with a good vacuum and got as much debris out of the carpeting as possible. Now we're moving on to phase 2, the soil suspension process. Putting down our pre-spray with a 3M multi-sprayer here. Do a good job of just covering all the carpeting, and then we follow up with part B, which is going to be the CRB or cylindrical brush machine. It actually has a couple of rotating brushes under it that help to groom the carpets and lift out any hair that might be in there. And then additionally, we're also going to post-treat after phase 2, which do we call it phase 2.5? I don't know what we're going to call this step, but we're going to go ahead, and after we agitate using the CRB here, we're going to post-treat with some of this stuff here, which is our ULV fogger. We're going to be putting down an odor side just to do additional deodorizing along this particular path right here, because this is the problem issues where dogs have done their due diligence. And then we also have a spot right here that I noticed, but I think that the sodium carbonate peroxide solution that we're using here, that we're going to be putting down, is going to completely obliterate that. So I don't think that's even an issue. The only issue that I have here is that I believe that this would probably be sufficient and do a great job, but we are just going to be thorough because the dogs have urinated in the carpet here on multiple occasions, and I can see spots up and down. So we'll just go ahead and get this cleaned up and do a very thorough cleaning process to make sure it's as clean as possible and odor-free. Alright, moving on to phase 3, we got our hoses running in. As you can see, we got some good corner guards and everything protected. Now, the water on the truck is pushing 220 at the moment, and it'll continue to rise about 240 probably. You see, we do use corner guards wherever necessary. This stair hook here actually moved the hose over quite a bit. Wasn't expecting that. So we'll go ahead, we'll plug our hoses and lines in and then begin the steam out process. And then I also forgot, because of the mechanical agitation we did, I went ahead and turned our PSI down to about 250. And additionally, what that does is that helps with the stairways, because most stairs, or at least I like to use an upholstery tool on the stairways. I know it's smaller, it takes a little bit more time, but I feel it does a much more detailed job. It has more focused vacuum because the opening is quite a bit smaller. It has its pros and its cons. But those are generally rated about 250 to 300 psi anyways, so that just allows us from having to make an additional trip out to the truck. So once we get done steam cleaning this out up above, we can just go ahead and switch tools and continue on down the stairways.